Hello? Can y'all hear me yet? Ooh. Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me yet? Ooh. Hello? Alright, we got noise. Hello? Alright, we got noise. Okay, sorry about that, it was echoing. I had to figure out how to fix the sound quality, and we seem to have fixed it. Okay, now, this is going to be a short stream. Welcome to Star Trek Online. We are going to create a new character because we just finished a temporal event, and I did that. And we're going to limit the characters to the Star Trek era, Starfleet. So here we go, new characters. So for those that are watching that would like to participate, we have Starfleet that takes place at the bottom of this side menu. If you notice where it says Starfleet and a bunch of text, at the bottom it says your journey begins in Fort 2409 if we choose that Starfleet. That is the current modern day Starfleet. Then we have Discovery Starfleet, which takes place in 2256. Okay, we can choose that Starfleet. Or we can do the original series, that's what TSO stands for, Starfleet, which takes place in 2270. Alright, now each one of these Starfleet periods has different races that can join. Now here we have humans, Andorians, Tellarites, and Vulcans. We can choose any one of those. In Discovery, we're going to have humans, Vulcans, and an aliens. Now aliens come from a different place in the universe, not necessarily known. If you read the little side menu to the right, it tells you all about the little alien breakdown. You know, could be from a planet. You could have just came here to join Starfleet, whatever. And then we have the original Starfleet. Now, the current Starfleet has lots of races, as we can know. We're going to start at the bottom. Let's get to the bottom. Obviously, we have the alien you can choose from. And then we have many races to choose from. Well, I'll just kind of slowly scroll through these. If you want to read the side menus, go ahead and pause the video to the character you like to read about. I have bought in characters like Klingons being in the Federation and liberated Borg and stuff like that. So I wanted to add before we did this, but there's 4 choices I need from all of you. I need which Starfleet to start with, which race to start with, which race are we going to choose, male or female, and the career choice, which is engineering, science, or a tactical. Now, depending on what you choose, depends on, in certain missions, what your objective is. It also will determine how you function in combat, both in space and ground, and it will determine. Now, I have played all of them. None of them have a weakness, or excuse me, none of them are, all of them, excuse me, have a weakness and a positive, and a strength. So you have to play around. So those are the 4 choices I need from my streamers. If I do not hear anything from anybody, I will put the information in a hat and just randomly choose. This will be a short stream, like I said. We're just choosing what era of Starfleet to start with, which race, which sex, and which career path. From there, it's pretty simple. It's all about the same. Now, I will tell you the storylines. There are story missions in here, and there are episode. How would I break it down? You have a section like Delta Quadrant. And in that Delta Quadrant section, there are so many episodes, missions, per se, they call them episodes, that you take place in. Depending on where you start in the timeline, depends on how those stories and the stories will be rearranged depending on where you start in the timeline, the episodes always go into order. So, um, yeah. So if I could get my streamers to give me some feedback on what they want to see, um, we're gonna start here in a couple days. We'll start a stream. So I'd love to hear feedback from anybody watching. Just give me an idea of those 4 ideas, what you'd like to see played. Now, in the event that there is a tie, I'm going to go with the most popular vote on all of them. But in the event that there's a tie on any one of these, it will be the tie will be thrown into a hat if it's more than one, or if it's more than two, or if it's two, we'll flip a coin and go from there. So, yeah, I hope to see you when we're live in a couple days. And you all have a great day, and I will see you at the next stream.